Hello guys, welcome back. You join me on a sunny day in Cornwall for a change. Very nice it is too. I need to get some things done today, when in fact I've already done them. I'm recording the intro after I've done the job. The job is to put some privacy between myself and my neighbour. The fence there is only 4 foot high and it doesn't offer any privacy between the two gardens. So I'll put some hedging in and I'll show you what I've been doing. I thought we'd have a bit of a spin around the garden. There's a lot of mess on the side of the shed, but I'm going to tidy that up in a bit and put it all behind the shed, so the mess is behind the shed and you can't see it. We'll just slowly move across here. Very nice. Very nice again. Those daffodils I put in at the sort of end of next year. There are some tulips coming through, but they're very low in the ground. You can see the red there. I don't know why they're so low, but there's colour there, which is good. And then if we pan across, you can see some raised beds. They're not in the proper place yet, but they are going to be put in front of the fence to get some privacy screening in there. There you go. So the raised beds are now in their final position. They're not perfectly level, but they're good enough. As I've mentioned a few times, this garden slopes, so it's hard to get them perfectly level. I had dug the ground over before I put them in place, just so the roots of the hedging plants that I'm going to put in have a good chance of getting into the soil. So that has been broken up. It's fairly lumpy, but I'm not too fussed. I'm not too particular about this. The hedging plants, there are some there next to what I'm going to fill the beds up with, which is this farmyard manure. 21 bags, according to the maths. 21 bags are needed for those. And these are the rest of the hedging plants. They're going to go in there. I think there were, how many were there? Did I count 41? I think I counted 41. So the first plan is to get some of this manure into there, break up the initial layer of manure and dig it in, and then start putting the hedging in. So here we go. So these are the things that jammed up on the fork, got stuck to the fork. Any ideas what they are? I've never seen anything like that before. What is that? Very strange. So it's looking like 3.5 bags for each one. I need to level that out a little bit more, about 3.5 bags. And you can see how wonky that is. I'll try and level them out a bit more as I go, but I want to get some of the plants in there now. So I bought these before Christmas and they're now starting to come to life. As you can see, when you buy them they're dormant and you don't know if they're alive or dead when you buy them. That's the only problem. And some of them I know in some of the other containers haven't survived too well. These are starting to put on new roots. You can't see them. There's some new roots starting to shoot there, so I hope I'm moving these at the right time. As you can probably see there, these are now starting to put on new roots. Hoping that this is the right time to move these, but we'll have to wait and see. Now I said that took 3.5 bags, but of course I've still got all this soil to put in. I need to give this a bit of a rethink actually when I do the next one, because I don't particularly want that soil on the top, because all those weeds are going to come through. So I think it's going to be a case of that one gets emptied in there, and then I do the same all along here, so that the soil that's at the top of these containers ends up at the bottom of these. I think that's the best plan. Now, when you buy these, there is some information as to how close you're supposed to put them together. But it depends on the height of them. Now, I think 6 in here, which is one I've got, is going to be, well, it is going to be enough. I don't know whether it's going to be too much though. I'll take one out. 5. So I think I'll go with 5. If I put them towards the back, if I think it's a bit short, or there's not enough, I can always get some more and put them at the front. Let's go with 5. I'm just looking around. Adding up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. That'll give me 35 that'll go in, and that'll leave me with some left over. So let's go 5. And the first 5 are in. Doesn't look too bad. I deliberately push them to the back so I can put more at the front if needed. Yeah, so they're in. And then I've just got to do same thing with all of them, which is going to take a while. So I'm not going to film anymore, otherwise this is going to be a 2-day job rather than what should be a 1-day job. And what I need to remember is take the plants out from where they are and then put the soil from the container at the bottom, so all the weeds are at the bottom, not at the top. So I'm going to have to crack on. The best way to break this up that I've found is by using my hands. Obviously they store it, it becomes compacted and it needs to be broken up, and I think this is the best way of doing it. Just use your hands. Okay, it breaks up quite easily, not a problem. And and I've not found a single stone in this, unlike the I'm going to have to mention it, aren't I? Unlike the Johnny and his potting on compost. Yes, not a single stone in this, which is good. And it does have a bit of a whiff to it, this, as you might expect. So there we go, I'm breaking this up, spread it around a bit. It's looking all right, smooth it down a bit. I don't want to fill them right to the top. Not yet, they're going to settle down a bit as well. There you go, that looks good. And then the easiest way of putting these in, and get rid of that, we don't want any strange things, is to just dig the hole with your hand. But just want to make sure I position these properly, because I want them to spread. I need the spread across like that to fill in the gaps in the fence. So yeah, that's fine there, and just scoop it out. It's easy to scoop out because it's not compacted yet. Put that in there, check the positioning again, and then we just fill it in. And this is quite easy to do. They will all be watered in afterwards. There you go. Looks all right, and they are going at the back. So if there's any left over, and there will be, I can fill in some of the gaps along the front. There you go. Super. The best. Now I have realised that I bought 2 different types of hornbeam. These were bare rooted, and I potted them on after Christmas. These, I've obviously bought them in a pot. Although they have been put in bigger pots, you can still see the shape of the pot. Get rid of that slug. Yeah, so I'll get rid of that. I'm just going to break these up. These are very compacted, but they're growing well. So we'll just break these up a bit. I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing to do, but they can't remain in the shape of a pot going round and round each other. So break these around a little bit. There's a big root there going round and round. Let's tease these out, tease them out. It's better than it was. Just need to think about how this is going to be positioned now. So that's going to overlap that way, or it overlaps on the left. I think I want, where do I want it? I think I want it like that. Obviously this is going to be a bigger hole because it's a bigger root ball. And again, make a big hole with your hand, break up any more lumps that you've missed. And in we go, it should be fine. Check the positioning again. That's going to do me. And just firm it back in. And as I said, they will be watered a bit later. Push that in a bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. There you go. All done. I did count them. There's actually 50 hornbeam plants that have gone in there. So this year I expect them to just touch the top of the fence there. And then next year I'm hoping they start to grow above the fence and start putting in some privacy. There you go. And there's one bag of manure left. One job done.